Hey guys, I know I haven't uploaded a video in a ton of time, but I've been extremely busy over the past year with school and projects and stuff like that, and now it's summer, and I just got a PS4, so I decided to make this video, and here's my list for the top 10 most anticipated games for the PS4. And first up, we've got The Division, which is a massive multiplayer online third-person shooter developed by Ubisoft under the Tom Clancy brand for Microsoft. In the game, a disease that spreads on Black Friday causes the United States to collapse in 5 days. The player is part of a group called the Strategic Homeland Division, and this group was established to combat the threat brought about by the outbreak, and are given direct authority by the President of the United States to do whatever it takes to save what remains in a massive multiplayer online situation, putting them against AI-controlled enemies as well as other players in the game. And this game is set to release in 2015. Second up on our list, we've got Assassin's Creed Unity. This game is the 7th major installment in the Assassin's Creed series and the successor to the 2013's Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Set within Paris during the French Revolution, the single-player story follows Arnaud Dorian in his efforts to expose the true powers behind the revolution. The game retains the series' third-person open-world exploration, as well as familiar melee combat and stealth system. Assassin's Creed Unity introduces cooperative multiplayer to the Assassin's Creed series, letting up to 4 players explore and engage in narrative-driven missions. There has been a ton of changes to the game. Both combat and navigation were rebuilt, with the introduction of parkour up and parkour down mechanics, allowing a player to easily move around the world. The biggest change to the series is the cooperative multiplayer, in which basically up to 4 players can partake in a mission at once. It is set to release on October 28, 2014 in North America. And number 3 on our list is Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2 is the follow-up to Dead Island and is the 4th installment in the Dead Island franchise. Although little is known of the game currently, it appears that the game will have a humorous side to it, as demonstrated through the cinematic trailer. It is expected to be released in spring 2015, and that is basically all we know about the game for now. Next up on our list is Batman Arkham Knight, which is an upcoming action-adventure game based on the DC Comics superhero Batman and is the 4th main game in the Batman Arkham series. The game's main storyline is set 1 year after that of 2011's Batman Arkham City and follows Batman at the peak of his ability as he confronts the supervillain Scarecrow, who has returned to Gotham City to unite Batman's enemies in a plot to finally kill the Dark Knight. Arkham Knight is scheduled to be released worldwide in 2015. Spot number 5 on our list is Dragon Age Inquisition, an upcoming action role-playing video game developed by BioWare and is the 3rd major game in the Dragon Age franchise. BioWare is planning on fusing elements of both earlier games in the series into the creation of Inquisition. The game will feature larger environments with much more opportunity for exploration. Players can play as a human, dwarf, or elf, just like in Dragon Age Origins. Additionally, there's a weird thing called the Kunari are also playable. However, combat is expected to differ somewhat from its predecessors and focus more on a player's ability to prepare, position, and form a cohesive team with his or her party members, requiring fewer repetitive finger strikes but better thinking. It is set to release on October 7th, 2014. Spot number 6 on the list goes to Far Cry 4, an upcoming open-world first-person shooter video game that is due for release on November 18th, 2014 in North America and Europe. The single-player story follows Jay Gal, who initially returns to his home country, which is a wild region of the Himalayas, struggling under the regime of the self-appointed King Pagan Min to scatter his mother's ashes, but becomes caught up in a civil war. The game is being designed to allow PlayStation Plus subscribers to invite friends to play cooperatively, even if those friends do not own the game. To do this, eligible players will receive 10 invites, which they can send out to said friends, who will be able to download a version of the game and play alongside the host player on a trial basis. Next up is Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, which is the 4th game in the series and is a PlayStation 4 exclusive action-adventure platform video game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony. It will focus on Nate, a now retired fortune hunter getting forced back into the world of thieves. He will embark on a globe-trotting journey in pursuit of a historical conspiracy behind a fabled pirate treasure. It's his greatest adventure yet and will test his physical limits, his resolve, and ultimately what he's willing to sacrifice to save the ones he loves. It will be released in 2015.
One last time.
Number 8 on the list is The Order 1886, which introduces players to a unique vision of Victorian-era London, where man uses advanced technology to battle a powerful and ancient foe. Hint hint, zombies. As Galahad, a member of an elite order of knights, join a centuries-old war against a powerful threat that will determine the course of history forever in this intense third-person action-adventure shooter available exclusively on the PlayStation 4 system. It is expected to be released on February 20th, 2015. Okay, so the second last game on my list, and probably one of the most interesting, is No Man's Sky. And No Man's Sky is an upcoming science fiction video game developed and published by Hello Games. It will feature a procedurally generated open universe in the style of Elite. The game will debut on the PlayStation 4 as highlighted during Sony's press conference at E3 2014, while Hello Games have left the option of bringing the game to other platforms open. The game is seen to feature planetary exploration, deep oceans, space-based battles, and potential predators on the various procedurally generated worlds. Each world has its own ecosystem with potentially unforgiving conditions, such as desert worlds with large carnivorous worms. That's going to be pretty interesting. Players are initially given a totally uncharted universe to explore, where information about any planet's characteristics and life forms may be shared and updated with others. So obviously there's a huge emphasis on multiplayer in this game, and obviously single player, but being able to chart out maps together is going to be very important in such a huge open game. And last up on our list is Destiny, an upcoming online multiplayer action role-playing first-person shooter in a mythic science fiction open world setting. Whoa. The total budget for the game is $500 million, making it the most expensive game in history. The game will be released on September 9th, 2014, with a beta testing phase coming in July. In April, Bungie announced that PlayStation 4 is going to be Destiny's lead platform, and that the beta would launch first for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 on July 17th, 2014. Bungie has emphasized that the universe of Destiny will be alive. This means that events may happen in-game that are not necessarily controlled or planned out by the developer, which will help to create a dynamic developing experience for Bungie and a dynamic playing experience for gamers. The game's style has been described as a first-person shooter that will incorporate MMO elements, but Bungie has avoided defining Destiny as a traditional MMO game. Instead, the game has been referred to as a shared world shooter, as it lacks many of the characteristics of a traditional MMO game. This is probably one of the most anticipated games of the year, and I personally cannot wait to see what else the game has in store. Thanks for listening, guys. And again, I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in such a long time, but I've been so busy recently, and this is going to be the commencement of a new series of video game related videos, and I would like to thank you for watching this video. Please like it if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff or just video tutorials. Thank you so much, and have a good day.